Welcome, CMG 124. As I was grading you should all have grades for the Lab 19 grade when we're looking at VLSM, or I should say Lab 18 grade, when we're looking at VLSM for the first time. Once again, I don't know why the lines get all crazy when I upload it to D2L, but they do. Don't know what the reason is for that. I think it's the viewer in D2L. Just does something to the file itself. So let's go back over here. Enable editing. Close this. So here we have starting, and this is what seemed to be the most issue for the homework for this week. Let's see, I want to go here. I guess I can't do what I want to do. But when I start looking at the homework itself, I want to pay attention to specific areas in the homework. And I want to count out, before I even start, I want to circle all my networks and have an idea of how many networks I have to have. I circled all the networks and say, okay, E00, E1 Denver, a network. Then I have a serial coming out of that going to Longmont. And Longmont I have EO, then a serial to Loveland. Loveland I have EO, serial to Eaton, and then another EO. So altogether, if I count them up, I should have 8. So then I start to organize from largest to smallest and say, okay, Denver. Ooh, can I do that? DE1 will have 50 users, so the prefix will be a 26, and then my subnet mask will be a .192, and then my network address will be 0. Since I'm moving 64, this will be a 63, and then in between 1 to 62. So that one's done. That was my largest one. And then I move on to the next one. Next largest would be a 28. So I say Denver again, E0. With the 28 prefix, what do I need, a /27? But I cannot start at 0 again. I have to continue from 63, so this one will be a 64. And this math messed a few people up too. So I realize we're still trying to get this all squared away, because now we're bouncing around subnet masks and also trying to figure out how to VLSM correctly. So let's see, we did a 27, so that's 32. If we had 32 on here, that'd be 96. So I know this one is a .95. You see how I did that there? Just a little bit of that trick I showed you guys earlier in the semester about subnetting. And as we go on, we just keep on doing the same thing. This is another /27, and that's going to be 224, and that one's going to be Longmont E0. Another 32 onto this one will be a 8, 128, 127. Then I go ahead and fill in between 65 to 94. Oops. And then 97 to 126. So as you see, I'm filling in all the information while writing the specifics next to them. Let's go for a highlighter. While looking at all the users, those are my subnets, but I also have to remember that in between is also a subnet, so I have to account for all of those. It's when we start out largest to smallest. There were some people that jumped around and still got it to work, but at this point, when you're learning this concept, make sure you start largest to smallest. It will help you the most and help you be accountable for all of your subnets. We would do this through the whole process of going down and completing the lab assignment. When we go back here to this lab, once again, you got to identify every single network, serials, their networks, network. So here we have 8 networks, 8 lines. We go to fill this in, and we start at the largest. There were a few people that had errors counting. Make sure that you start to figure out, and you can even write the prefixes up here. One person did an excellent job and actually gave me a lot of information to go off of, and then I saw how they thought out their situation. So in a 100 we have to have a 128, and then we say, okay, that's a /25. Here we have some 8 users. Oh, it's 30 users. We have to have 34 users or 32 users, and that's a /26. Another 32 users /26. So they went around and mapped their entire topology. And remember, this is to help you out visually, right all over your homework. Develop a way to translate the network into your head, and then translate all that information down below. So we go our Fort Collins E0 would be the subnet mask of a .128 with the prefix of a 25. It'd start off at 0. It would end at 127. In between, and then our next one would be 128. And then you just continue down with adjusting the subnet mask, adjusting the prefix, then the network address always has to be incrementing over and over and over. It always has to be going up because we are counting through the numbers. We can never use the same number twice because that would create a conflict within our IPs. So realize it's all consecutive, never concurrent. It all has to be one after another, like we count in real life, going on and on and on. But that's all I got for the homework. The packet tracer homeworks, I'll try to get into the lab today to grade them, or I'll try to get them graded at home. But good job so far. Look at your grades, and then make sure you look at this video